What's up and what's going on, Fellow Fanatixs, and welcome back to another episode. And in this episode, we are going to be talking about the Morbius trailer and how the reports are saying that the trailer is misleading. Some of the things that are in the trailer are not in the actual film itself. We are hearing that Michael Keaton is not in the film. Michael Keaton is only showing up in a post-credit scene. We are hearing that he doesn't even say, "I'm just kidding, I'm not Venom, I'm Dr. Michael Morbius." That scene is not in the film.
I am Venom. I'm just kidding, it's Dr. Michael Morbius at your service.
We are hearing that the Oscorp Tower has also been erased from the film. Any traces of Spider-Man, the graffiti on the wall, erased from the film. The poster on the bus, erased from the film. The Daily Bugle, erased from the film. So, all these erased things from the film are begging the question of what the fuck is going on in the Morbius film.
I mean, apparently nothing that's been in the trailers.
We have a report here from CBR. CBR is also one of our most reliable sources there. When it comes to sources, they are among the best. Hugh, if you wouldn't mind reading what CBR had to say about these reports in the Morbius trailer.
The movie has already been screened for some critics, and according to those who've seen it, Morbius is boring and uncalculated. Entertainment journalist Brandon Matthews on Twitter reported some more impressions that say Sony's latest Marvel movie has no consistency except that it's bad. While there are a few good moments with some fun Easter eggs, it may be the case that Morbius will not receive glowing reviews. Anyone who thought Morbius would be anything more than a dumpster fire is either stupid or lying.
And that is tweeted from Casey Walsh, a very reliable scooper there on Twitter. Trey, when you hear those reports and you're hearing those things, what do you think?
Okay, so two things. One, I had said before when we previously talked about this movie that I didn't want this movie to be overly saturated with Spider-Man. And what I mean by that is I do think it should be its own movie with its own character, developing a story, and then you kind of post-credits some Spider-Man, or like, you know, the graffiti on the wall or whatever. But to show all of those things in your trailer, and then take it completely away from the people that are excited for that reason, that's a big fuck you. I mean, there's no other way around it, and I can see where fans are going to get mad about that. I don't know, like I said, it just seems like a big kind of a flip-off to the fans. It's the State Farm guy, you know, the fisherman. You're using Spider-Man to get people in, and then, oh, we're just going to take it out. Come on. That's messed up.
I mean, essentially, yes. I mean, Cody, what are you thinking when you hear these claims?
I mean, I definitely feel like, it's just, this is a real marketing problem, I feel like. Putting stuff out there that's not in the film and the trailers, I hate that. I like seeing stuff out of order with maybe audio mixed around, like that's cool, but I don't know, it just doesn't...
It's not the movie you're signing up to see.
It feels like a bait and switch. There's just so much about Spider-Man that they've shown. In every trailer that they have is a poster of Spider-Man with the word murderer on it.
Gone.
What?
Reportedly.
Why was it in every single trailer? You made it seem like a big deal.
They did, for sure. Hugh, I mean, when you hear that, it's a dumpster fire. What are your thoughts there?
I think a lot of what entertainment is for money. I think what Sony's thinking is, how are we going to get people to be excited for Morbius? And then, so it's coming out right after we see this multiversal thing with Spider-Man, and we just get to see the past, and we get to see all the Spider-Man come back, the villains and all that. I just don't think them using that for essentially clout, I just don't think it's a good look, because it makes me not want to watch any other Sony things, because I really never do. The only Sony project I watch is like Spider-Man. So like Cody said, it's cool to move stuff around in trailers, but I don't like seeing footage you're not going to put in the movie in a trailer.
Mm-hmm. I mean, especially something that like multiple scenes surrounding the same thing.
Well, and I think a big deal too is like, I'll say this more than once, and it's my stance on it, is just make a good movie. I'm sorry, but it goes back to that, do cameos make the movie good? If we have a bad reviewed movie, like, does this mean Morbius needs to go, oh, it got bad reviews, let's add all the Spider-Man stuff, because then it'll be a better movie? No, if the movie's bad, it's bad, right? Make a good movie. They failed me on Let There Be Carnage. If they fail me on this one too, you think I'm gonna go fucking see Rhino?
Yes.
Like, I'm not going to care. And the point is stop drumming up your Spider-Man hype and learn how to make a good movie, and then we'll proceed from there. Because you're lacking the formula, is from what I'm understanding.
Because these are just reports. We don't know if this is for sure true. Again, this is not coming from someone who has seen the film. This is coming from someone who has seen the film, who heard it from this person who saw the film. We don't know if these reports are for sure accurate, but let's assume in the moment that they are. And if they are for sure accurate, I can say that I am confused on what the fuck Sony's trying to do. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, you can want a Morbius film to be its own thing and be gritty and Morbius and all that kind of shit and all that. That's cool. But no one was going to see this film for the same reasons no one was going to see Venom, for the same reasons no one was going to see Venom 2 if it didn't have anything to do with fucking Spider-Man. That's the only reason, and you correct me if I'm wrong, that majority of us went and saw Venom 2. Because it had to connect with No Way Home.
Venom 2, yes. For Venom 1, I was really excited.
Yeah, and I just wanted to see Venom.
As far as Morbius goes, that's the only reason that a lot of us were even connected in wanting to go see Morbius, is because we saw Michael Keaton. It wasn't, don't tell, guys, come on. Let's be realistic here. When the first trailer came out 2 years ago, when we saw Michael Keaton, everyone's jaws dropped because we were like, well, what, how, what? And then we saw Spider-Man in the background in the graffiti. It was never about what is Dr. Michael Morbius doing.
I'll fight you on that one.
That's fine.
What got me to want to see the movie was that opening scene where he's ducking through and slicing throats.
That wasn't the first trailer 2 years ago.
Fair. It was the most recent one. Or it was the second trailer then? Because I was like, if that's the movie, I'll go watch this movie. Fuck, I don't care if it's its own isolated thing.
Either way, they've been trying to hype up that this is in a Spider-Man universe for 2 years.
Yeah, no, I think that's what's confused
and
here.
Now, when the movie comes out, they want to take that away.
Right.
See, that's my point.
They led with teasing Spider-Man.
But see, my point is, why do you think they did that though? Because they know the only way to get motherfuckers' asses in the seats is because it has to do with Spider-Man. There's like, let's make a pie chart here. There's like that percent that care about a Morbius film, that want to see Morbius. No one cares like that because it doesn't connect to the wider MCU.
Yeah.
For Morbius, he's part of a much larger universe.
We haven't had anything this good since that thing in San Francisco.
You're gonna love this.
The multiverse has officially opened, and there's all kinds of opportunities for villains to meet up.
That's the only reason people are even on board with Sony. Because if you ask the majority of MCU fans, they're going to tell you, I don't like Sony films. The only reason I watch them is because it connects to the wider MCU. That's the only reason. That's the only reason I saw Venom 2. But then when I heard that Spider-Man was in the end credit scene, that hyped it up for everyone. When we saw all the connections to TASM in the Morbius trailer, that hyped it up for everyone. And not just TASM, to Tom's and to even Toby's. But now, all that's off the table. So if that is indeed true, so I don't want to say it's off the table, because if that is indeed true, I really don't understand what the reports are with the Madam Web stuff either, because they're saying that that's going to be their Doctor Strange film.
Well,
I don't know what you're doing now.
All that could still be going on.
But again, it just begs the question of why is it in the trailer?
See, that is my argument. Is here's the deal: if you wanted to make a cool movie, you wanted to pick Morbius, and if later on it did tie into the Spider-Man or not, right? If it's an in trailer or whatever, but you want to make this movie, you want to make a good movie and portray a character, right? Cool. I'll go watch it if it looks good. That's where I'm agreeing with you that don't tease people along of, oh look Spider-Man, pay attention, take it out, right? Because I'll continue to go back to, I don't think a lot of Hollywood films are that creative anymore. So I would be cool if you're just going out on a limb and making this movie because you think it's a cool idea and you want to make a good film and tell a good story. But I don't think any of that's involved. It is simply, oh, we're making this, better get the Peter fans over here. If the only reason your movie is going to be watched or the only reason it's good is because Spider-Man is involved, don't fucking make the movie.
The thing is with Venom, people are going to be hyped to go see that at least because, Venom, Spider-Man, it's kind of like intertwined with each other, but it's like with
Morbius is too. Like,
but it's not like that. You go ask him.
He is though.
He is.
No, I'm saying he is, but it's like people don't know.
Yes, that's exactly.
Yeah.
That's my point. Continue that.
It's like Sony has this thing going on. It's like, so you release Venom. We know who Venom is. Like, even growing up, because he's just such a big deal with Spider-Man. Just like you come out with Morbius.
He's
we
got
don't know who that
on his
is.
chest.
If they don't have any Spider-Man connections, this movie's most likely going to suck.
It is going to suck.
Just from the simple fact that it's going to piss a lot of
are going to be terrible.
That's why. Not because we're going to go in and be like,
but the reviews are going to be terrible because the fans are going to feel betrayed.
Yes, and because it's... But
it's not because your movie was good or bad.
But here's the thing, though. It's the same thing with it's like I keep saying in previous videos. Whose asses are you putting in the seats with a Morbius? Let's just say you just do Morbius. Boom, no Spider-Man connections. It does not do good.
I don't care to see it.
It doesn't do good. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, all I was getting at and all I meant by this was simply saying I didn't want the movie to drown in Spider-Man, to have no purpose other than to Spider-Man, basically. That's what I was getting at, because to me, that's not a good movie. I would leave the movie being like, cool, I'm excited for the Spider-Man universe. I don't fucking like that movie, though. You get what I'm saying? There's a balance in how you have to do this.
That's how I felt about Venom 2.
But see, I would agree. No, I'm serious. I mean, I'm sorry. This is going to be my argument every time. I would agree.
But it's Morbius?
No, it doesn't matter what villain it is. If it doesn't connect to Spider-Man, why the fuck are you doing it? Why are you doing these individual villain origins and this and this and that? Like, we don't... I don't want to speak for the masses. I don't care about just a villain story like that.
But when you say connect, do you mean like the whole movie has to be very Spider-Man heavy?
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. They're building the Spider-Verse. Right. That's what they're doing.
You say that, but the Joker movie was one of your favorite movies. I mean, I get that that's the Joker.
Yeah, but that's
different.
And that's not Spider-Man.
I don't get how you make any Spider-Man villain without putting Spider-Man in there.
But I don't think he expects anything. I think what it is they teased this. They started with saying that Spider-Man connected.
Like I said, 2 years ago in the very first fucking trailer, no one cared about anything after we saw Michael Keaton. Everyone's YouTube videos were, did you see Michael Keaton? Did you see, why is Michael Keaton in, blah, 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 blah. Is this going to connect? If it was just Morbius, no one was hyped. I don't care, bro.
What did they reshoot? Like, what did they delay it again for?
I don't know. But you know,
I don't understand.
As always, question is for you. Let us know down below what you guys think in the comments. Are you still excited for the Morbius film? Are you still going to go see it, even if it doesn't have anything to do with the wider Spider-Verse or anything? Is it going to be a film that can stand on its own? And I'm not saying that it can't. It's just a little frustrating as a fan to see those things in the trailer and then it's hearing that they're taking it off the table. What are you guys excited for? What are you most frustrated about? Let us know down below in the comments. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. We'll see you guys in the next video.
What's up, Doc?